Hey everyone, did you get a chance to actually record video beyond dashcam? So enjoy. actually end up writing a lot of my travels. It's I call it my photography travel journey. So I'll be referencing this a little bit. But yeah, after our time in Yellowstone, which was fabulous, it got to the point to where we were just having such a good time that these little videos about what happened just kind of seemed irrelevant at the moment. I kind of regret it now, but I mean, it was just so much fun. So after our time in Yellowstone, we were at Old Faithful the last day. Hi. Sorry, black dog wanted attention. But after our time at Old Faithful, what we did was we got up early. Old Faithful, and we left around maybe 8 a.m. We made our way through the rest of the southern section drive of the Grand Loop Road. After that, we had entered our John D. Rockefeller Memorial Highway. Yeah, I know you're playing with your squeaker toy. After we entered John D. Rockefeller Memorial Highway, then we entered Grand Teton National Park. So there's a little tiny little clip of Rockefeller. If you read the history and everything, he's actually the one that made Grand Teton National Park the way it is today. But after there, we entered, and oh my gosh, that lake water was so low. I knew Jackson Lake was low, but to actually see it in real life when you actually know what it's supposed to look like versus, yeah, it was incredible. I mean, the photos, I mean, I got such amazing photos. But after the entrance into the Jackson Lake, then we made it to the first visitor center, which I think was the Craig. Don't hold me to it. I don't remember at the moment. But no. But after the visitor center, we made our way slowly down. We decided, since we were only spending a couple hours in the Grand Tetons, we were basically just going to drive around it. So we drove all the way down. We hit Jenny Lake Drive, which I highly suggest taking Jenny Lake. I'm very sad in that I could not take, could not take any of the trails there. There's a ferry there that leads to Inspiration Point. I believe the ferry is free of charge, last I read. But there's a lot of beautiful hiking trails. And I mean, we got there early. I mean, it was like maybe 10, 11 a.m. And that's an itty bitty parking lot that they have there, and packed. So like, I basically just ran out, took my photos while Kevin sat in the car and waited because he parked in just some random spot. But Jenny Lake Drive is a one-lane road. Hi, yes, that's my phone. Is a one-lane drive, so it goes, so you hit the Grand Teton Lake Road, goes this way, Jenny Lake goes this way, and at some point they interact. So we drove around there for a while. The only thing, I mean, there is Jenny Lake Lodge along there and a few other things. But after stop, are you done? Sorry, German Shepherd. Needing attention. Yes, hi. Alright, back to Jenny Lake. So Jenny Lake, I think we're going to go there again. Honestly, I do, because it was fantabulous. Like, there's so much I still want to do, even in just Jenny Lake. But we made it through the drive, and then we slowly meandered our way through. We stopped several times, mostly to let faster people go by, but so I could get a few pictures, and some really awesome pictures, I might add. But after Jenny Lake, we headed to Moose, which is the city right about at the entrance of the southern section of the Grand Tetons. So we checked out that visitor center there, and then we had lunch at, it was at the base of the mountains, which was, it was gorgeous. Bison Burger, of course, which was fabulous, I might add. Give me a second. Okay, well, apparently I didn't write it down. But it's actually, so you have Moose, and then right after Moose, there's a turnoff into a small little section, like strip of, there's a little gas station there, there's some entertainment, and I think it was the Chuck Wagon. I want to say it was a Chuck Wagon that we stopped at. Fabulous food. It was outdoors. We're sitting at the base of the Tetons having a fabulous bison burger. But after the burger and that, we headed to Mormon Row. So we stopped at the first homestead, and then we ended up I had talked Kevin into stopping again at the T.A. Moulton Barn, which is just on the other side of it. He wanted to get going, which I get. It was like 1 o'clock at this point. He gave me like, I don't know, like 5 minutes just to get whatever pictures I could at the Tea and Molten Barn, which I wish I could spend more time. I think that's what most of the Tetons were. I wish we had the time. So I think next time we're going to be actually staying a couple days in the Tetons. But after the Tetons, at Mormon Row, we slowly made our way through Keystone, South Dakota. Along the way, I think it was in Dubois, Wyoming, where Kevin came to a sudden stop. Well, this guy is a big guy about military, World War I, World War II, historical stuff like that. And there is a military vehicle museum in Dubois, Wyoming. So we didn't get the chance. It would have taken half a day. We talked to the lady, it would have taken half a day to actually check out the entire facility itself. So that's another reason why I didn't come back, right? But after that, we made our way. His GPS decided it wasn't going to be very nice, and took us the back way. Took us the back way through the Black Hills. Which, if you've ever been to the Black Hills, it's a bit windy and turny. Especially when it's like pitch black out and you see a flashing sign saying beware bighorn sheep. Oh, nah, that's nice. So, finally we made our way to Keystone, South Dakota. Not a fan of the hotel we stayed at, but what are you going to do? I mean, pictures lie sometimes when they're trying to sell you a room. But it was a fabulous time in the Tetons. And the entire drive, the rest of the way through Wyoming, seeing a beautiful cloudless sky. You could actually see the stars as we're driving, which is incredible. But there's no way I was going to get him to stop. But yeah, the entire drive, actually, I think we're going about 80 miles an hour. And you see pronghorn, you see whitetail, you see mule deer. Everything just sitting along the drive, and you're praying, please don't jump in front of me because it's going to be splattered. But yeah, so you get the chance, check out the Grand Tetons. My dash cam does not do it justice. Honestly, it really doesn't. Neither do my pictures. It's an incredible experience.